In this video we will be looking at Google ImageFX, which is Google's answer to other image generators like Midjourney, for example, or OpenAI, DALL-E. And it's free and it's fun. The way you get to it is you would go to Google search and search labs.google, or just type it in the address bar, and then you will get to this page, and there's a lot of fun things in here. You might have already heard about some of these, like Notebook LM, which is absolutely amazing tool for learning, and there's other ones here, but let's focus on the ImageFX, which is this one, and then you would go to try it now. And you get this window basically. So what's happening here is you have the part here where you enter the prompt, you enter the text, and then you can just hit tab, and it will give you some random prompt. You have the seed here. Okay, let's focus on the prompt actually. So you have the prompt, and then when you hit create, it will create 4 images. You can bookmark them. If we bookmark them, it will stay in our library. In the libraries, if you go here, you go to my library, you will see those bookmarked images. You can copy the image, you can download the image. So if we download this one, you will see that the resolution is, you will not see because I cut it off, but the resolution is 1408 times 768, and it's 1 megapixel. And then you can copy, you can flag it if it's inappropriate, you can thumbs up, thumbs down, and you also can click this button here, and then you will get a bigger pictures, and then you can just look at it like this. And then there's these interesting helpers, to change your prompt. So if you go like, I don't know, Flying Fortress, you can have a look if it's fog or mist or rain. A stone castle, you can go, you can now refine your prompt, I guess, and you can copy the prompt, you can start over, which is kind of like a clear, and then you can see that 3 out of 3 were created. So if we go back here, we will see the previous ones, and the prompt will also change. They're really nice images. It's not like mid-journey level, but it's very impressive. So that's the prompt area. Then you have this other area, which is very useful, I would say, and this is for people who are not professional filmmakers, I guess, or just need more ideas. So we can, so as you can see, they're changing all the time. When you do a refresh, it will change a lot of these. So maybe we can, if you click here and click sci-fi, it will add the sci-fi. So then you can generate and see what it looks like, the new one. And you can see that it's 4 out of 4. And all of these images will be saved in your library, my library here. So these are really nice. And then you can try doing let's try something that doesn't fit into this, maybe this one. Yeah, it didn't change much. And then you have this seed. So seed is unlocked to give your output more variety. So if you change the seed and click create, it will generate a different, in theory, it should generate a different image. But it's not that different. You can select the quality, it's just best quality and powered by ImageGen 3. If you want to know more, open up the website, and if you are a developer, you can use the Vertex AI, which is in Google Cloud, and you can build your own app by using this Vertex AI, which is basically an API that you can call from your app to generate images. Anyway, so going back, and then you have this really nice thing that they added. Before that, it was square. It was just fixed to square. So now you can change the aspect ratio. You can. This is one of the things I really like, where you can basically create your phone backgrounds. If you like, to have different backgrounds on your phone, I guess. And it's very handy. You can obviously download it and upload it to your phone. And then edit history. Hover over an image and make edits to see edit history. I've never used this one, to be honest, so I'm not really sure what this one is about. You can collapse this so you can have more room for a prompt. And is there something else? So that's it. It's very nice, intuitive UI. There used to be an edit mode, like editing your photo, but I think they removed it. Yeah, they removed it. Maybe if you go to a square, it might work. Let's collapse this. Edit image. There you go. So if you have a square, if you generate a square image, then you can come here and then you can say, this is like a mask. You can change the brush size here if you want, and then describe your change. So here you can say space dock for space crafts. Not super. Let's see what happens. So what happened? Nothing. It just removed it. But it also generated 4 new images. So if you, it completely removed it, and then it added this spaceship, but there's no dock. It just removed it. So just continuing after the edit mode, I had to stop the recording, but let's try it again. This time I'll just try this image, and I'll try to make to replace the waterfalls with lava. Let's see if this will work. Maybe I need to put a different kind of font. The prompt. The problem is I don't know what they're doing underneath here, so they're probably adding or refining the prompt. Ugh, that didn't work well. Oh, what is that? A person. Okay. Maybe there's some work need to be done on this edit mode. So I'll just share how I play around with this ImageFX. Usually start with like a random word that is on my mind, that I want to work with, like a wolf, for example. And then there are different, for example, you can start with the time of day, morning or afternoon or nighttime. So let's say nighttime. Okay, and then we can try to use a different shot. So we can say aerial. Let's try aerial. So you can try aerial. You can try something from the drop-down, a recommendation from ImageFX, or you can try something like low angle, high angle, or wide angle. So maybe we can try wide angle. Okay, and then you can try a color. So you can say vibrant or warm or cool or pastel or muted or sunset or monochrome. So let's go with the warm color, just to put a contrast to the nighttime. Okay. And then the next thing that we can try is effect. So we can have like a tilt shift, golden hour, mist, reflection, sunflare, starburst. Well, sunflare and starburst, I got that from some other prompt, but that probably wouldn't work here. Light trails, long exposure, or soft focus. Let's try long exposure. Long exposure. Okay, and then we can also, the next thing we can try is the art style. So we can have different art styles like painted anime, casual photo, cinematic, digital painting, concept art. So let's try painted anime. Okay, and I guess so now you can move on to the art style, there are a lot of different art styles. So let's just try an example of realism. So what we can do is we can say a realism, and then we can say a realism style, and then we can say we can use a specific artist from that era. So let's try this one. Or oh, this one is nice. Or you can try, let's say, Impressionism. Let's try Impressionism. And you will probably already get Impressionism here. And then we can, let's try this one. Okay, so this is basically like how I approach things when I want to kind of play around with the image effects. You can also add the things from here, where you have image effects giving you. Let's try sci-fi. Okay, so you obviously want to be careful. You don't want to put too many things, and then it kind of just becomes a mess. But that's the example of the wolf. And I can show you another prompt that I was playing around with. Basically, it started like this. And then I would add something like this. Use 20 lines using only yellow and blue, and then you can obviously change this using 70% of yellow and 30% of blue. Let's see what comes up. Okay, and now adding a bit more for it to play with. Half of the lines are thin and the other half thick. and this was I copy pasted a bit too much. So let's try this. Okay. Okay, let's sometimes this happens. It's like I added something that was against guidelines or something, but maybe it's just, yeah. Let's try adding more. Okay, so now we're getting a bit more complicated. So let's say ultra high resolution. And then add some more complexity to it. Okay, this is a bit funny, 20%. But let's try adding an art style. Okay, and then let's add vibrant and very vivid colors. Okay, we got something interesting, but you can see the progression if we go back. Starting from here. And then you can probably add a bit of neon, add neon light towards. Okay. So that's just playing around basically. There was something else I wanted to show you. And it's related to game development. So you can try to generate, and I still don't know if these images are free, royalty free for use in your games. If you're a game developer and you're watching this, I was playing around with a bit of generating sprites for 2D graphics, and I got something like this. Pixel art sprite of a fantasy warrior wearing plate armor and wielding a sword. The sprite should be 32 by 32 pixels and use a vibrant color palette. So this is what it looks like, and it looks really interesting. And I guess let's try the spaceship. I was playing around with spaceships, and let's try this one. 2D spaceship game sprite, top-down view, sci-fi, 256 by 256, black background, high definition, no rockets, no guns, no clouds, no fumes, no smoke, no clouds, and metallic. So it still didn't do top-down view, but you can still use these in a way if you need to in a game. I will try another one. Realistic sprite of a sci-fi spaceship in space. It should look like a warrior hostile vessel with highly advanced technology. Make sure the view is top-down. The sprite should be 128 by 128 pixels and teal color palette. Use inspiration from Japanese robot anime from the 80s. Make the alien howl look organic. Okay, so this is probably not usable as a sprite in a game, but it looks really nice. Maybe as a splash screen or something, you know, the menu. And then I think I'll just try this one. This one is the last one in it's pretty big. So realistic sprite of a sci-fi spaceship, background black. It should look. So this background black is important if you want to use them, if you want to use just the object itself. it should look like a warrior hostile vessel with highly advanced technology. View is top down. The sprite should be 128 by 28 pixels and red, yellow, and blue color palette. So this is sometimes useful to mention the color palette. Use the inspiration from Japanese robot anime from the 80s. Alien hulls should look digital. Engines should look like they are powered by plasma. Oh, actually, this is another prompt. Let's try this one. What else? Textures. It can generate textures. Let's try textures. Procedural marble texture with white veins on a gray background. Okay, so there we go. We have a texture also, and we can... I forgot to copy the other part of the prompt. We can do something like this. The texture should be high resolution and have a realistic appearance. Okay, there we go. And now obviously you can play around here with these. You can say metal. Let's see how it works with metal. Okay, I'm not sure if this looks like a metal, but it's interesting. There's a few more tips that I wanted to share, and the next one is midjourney. So for midjourney, you don't really need an account. You can just go to midjourney.com, and midjourney is probably the best image generator out there. It's absolutely amazing. And what I've found to be interesting is to find an image that I really like. Or maybe let's just pick a random image. Let's just pick a random image like this one. And then you can basically copy the the prompts from midjourney. And people who create these images are really good, and they have some really good prompts. Although I've noticed that the image will not really look like midjourney. It's a bit funny because it doesn't look at all like midjourney. But let's try something else. Let's try another one. Maybe this one. No, there's just one word here. Let's try this one. Okay. It's not as good as midjourney, but you can use this to have ideas, basically. And that's the point of this tip, I guess. The next one is using an LLM. You can use either ChatGPT or Gemini. Okay, so the next tip, I guess, is something that I found very interesting, which is basically asking Gemini to give you a prompt, to construct a prompt for you for text-to-image generation. So you can say, you're an expert in crafting prompts for text-to-image generators, and you would put that in the system instructions. Or if you're using this is the Google AI Studio for developers, but if you're using Gemini, it's the same deal. You would just put this in the same prompt where your message is, and then take the message from the user and create 4 prompts with different style and aesthetic. Be very detailed, specific, and verbose. Return the response as JSON array with each prompt as a single item. So now let's say Star Trek style battle in space with one side facing overwhelming odds. Ultra realistic. Let's just not put too much in there and see what we get back. Okay, and now we go and say, let's try the first prompt. So, a photorealistic wide-angle shot of a desperate asymmetrical space battle unfolding in the inky blackness of deep space. The primary focus is a heavily damaged Federation-style starship, its hull scarred and glowing with internal fires, struggling valiantly against a relentless onslaught and blah blah blah. There's... let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay, that looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing. Okay, beautiful. Let's try the other ones. I don't know if I should put this gritty. If I should, let me just add these two. Just want to see how it will change the image. Style, gritty, realistic, cinematic, and use commas. I forgot to say that. Use commas to divide the styles, I guess. Aesthetic of war photography. Let's try this. Okay, this is similar, but it's still really nice. Let's try the other one, the other prompts. Let's try this one. Okay, this is also, it's a bit brighter. It looks yeah, it looks brighter and looks much nicer actually. Let's hyper-realistic digital matte painting. Let's try that. Okay, this looks so nice. Okay. Let's try two more. Okay. Oh, Sin City, okay. Okay, this is really interesting. Frank Miller's Sin City. It looks really dark and just like really nice. So that's the idea with using Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude or whichever. There was another thing I wanted to show, which was a continuation of this kind of approach. So if you go back to Gemini and in this fashion you can also I got some really interesting images by just pasting quotes and let's try and see how that works. Okay, there we go. So that looks very interesting. A library. So maybe connection between the books and unexamined life. Let's try Plato. Actually, let me try. Let's try another one. This is very interesting. This is a very different approach than the previous images. Let's try Plato now. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, what is this? And the prompt is a bit... There was something else I wanted to show. There's this Google Arts and Culture website where you can learn more about the art. It's a really nice website, and you can get a lot of ideas from here actually. From going through artists or mediums or art movements. There's a lot of different things you can or groups that you can get inspiration from. And I don't know, if we go to artists, I'll just pick a random. Just pick. Let's try this one. Hokusai. So, this is a Japanese artist, and you can basically just copy the name of the artist, and you can just say Hokusai style, and it will just generate a random image. There we go. And then, as I did in a previous one, you can say something like space station with the Earth in the background. Okay. That looks so good. It's an interesting output. Or let's have a look at something else. Let's try this one. Paul Klee. Paul Klee was a Swiss-born German artist. His lectures, Leonardo da Vinci. He and his colleague both taught at the Bauhaus School of Art, Design and Architecture. I don't know, let's try Paul Klee architecture, Paul Klee style, high-rise architecture. Okay, there you go. It's very interesting. Very interesting. And then if we try to get, let's pick this one. Let's see how these how the architecture changes. Okay. Now that's very interesting and beautiful. So now you can, I guess you get the idea. You can play around with these. They're very interesting, and it's a good opportunity to learn about art, but also get some fun outputs from ImageFX. I just added these few words, baited in neon, and I got these really nice images. Anyway, it's just a bonus. So there we go. That was Google's image generator, ImageFX. It's free. And I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to expand on some of these. Basically, the boundary is just your imagination. At some point when you figure out how the prompts work, you can get some really nice outputs. That's it. Have a nice day, everyone.